I don't know. I feel like I'll at least want to finish out the stories for the core group, like him and like Thor and the Guardians and everything. But I don't know how invested I'm gonna be like once all that wraps up.
That's fair. Like I don't know. After Endgame, I felt like I was like, they're still going. I do
Yeah,
agree on that.
that was a perfect finishing spot, but we all knew that they weren't gonna stop things there.
No.
So, anime.
Mm-mm. Yeah. Um. Last season was very lackluster, in my opinion.
Anime
Oh,
season.
Yeah.
yeah. Winter. I thought that was pretty lackluster. Besides, like the big carries of the series, like the seasons. For example, like Attack on Titan. Platinum M was okay. Um, I didn't really. I don't know. I watched was it King's Ranking too, but
Yeah.
none of them really were like crazy. I feel like last year just gave us a lot to enjoy.
They were alright for seasonal animes. Nothing spectacular, in my opinion. King's Ranking was pretty good, but not the best.
Yeah, I definitely agree. It was an interesting concept though.
Yeah.
I wonder where they're going to take it from that point on. But if it's like a big series, I'm not sure how invested I'll be in that either.
No, I honestly, with the way it was done, I feel that what we got is it. They wrapped up pretty much every storyline they had with it. They gave the ranking, the number one ranking to the guy in the end. It, I feel that it's done.
I don't think it's done just because they hinted at what happens once you become like the number one ranking. They kept it very vague and open to another season for sure.
It could be. What about you, Platypus? What you got? Howdy, boy.
Uh, is he alive? I guess we lost Perry. Hmm.
Yeah. So, this season, Shield Hero definitely gonna be good.
I need to
Uh,
get caught up on that. I just saw it's on Hulu.
yeah. Shield Hero, second season of Comey Can't Communicate. It, it's a good feel good show. It was people like the source material better, I believe, because before it actually got the anime adaptation, I was seeing it everywhere because people were so excited about it. After the anime adaptation started, it died. Like all stuff on social media that I'd been seeing for it died out. No one would seem to be super excited about it.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of hype for that, but I don't know if I want to be interested into that type of series. Like I've already kind of got suckered into that type of series with Love is War, but I don't know if I want to dive deeper into that type of genre.
Speaking of, there's a new season of that out now.
Yes, there is.
Tried getting into that one but couldn't.
I
I
mean, I like the first season. The second season, I felt like was just, I don't know. I felt like a stretch.
I just lost track of it and stopped caring partway through season one.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah,
Mm, Yeah, I don't know. Like this anime year has just not been doing it for me.
this year
Just
in general just hasn't been doing it for anyone.
that's fair. It's been 2 years straight.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's been like this for a minute. Well, what was like a good year for anime then?
I'm hoping that's
Last
going to be
year,
this year.
last year was amazing
Yeah, last year did have some good stuff though. But
because Jujutsu Kaisen came out. They had Tokyo Revengers was solid. Trying to think what else was out there. They had a lot of good series last year.
Y'all liked Tokyo Revengers?
I love it. I liked it a lot.
Let me see.
Have you seen any trailers on it, Platypus?
Actually, no, I've seen the show, but
Yeah, that one. When I started watching that one, I correct me if I'm wrong, but were the first like 3 to 5 episodes not the same exact episode?
Yeah, but you could also say the same thing for ReZero.
When I watched through at least the first couple episodes that I watched, I literally did not see any difference in the arcs going through it though. Like yeah, the time travel stuff there, I did not see anything changing though. ReZero, I was actively and noticeably trying to change things. I will admit I have not finished that one, but because I couldn't tell anything was actually progressing at all, I dropped it.
It was progressing, but it was very slow. But I would say around like it's one of those slow ones. Like once it gets up there and it's around 10 episodes or so, it really just speeds up.
Yeah, for
I don't
any
want to do any like
seasonal
spoilers, but
animes though, it should not take 10 episodes to get going.
I don't
well,
like that.
I mean, like the action wise for it was great around 10 episodes, but like the story was progressing. Like it caught my attention. It was still going. It's just like it definitely like you've definitely felt like the climax of it going up around like 10 to 18 episodes in. I mean, you literally watched like Platinum Zen, and that was like very slow starting out.
Yeah, but the story in that one itself kept me hooked enough to warrant it being slow.
I mean, that's fair. The only I think the reason I gave Platinum Zen this just due was just because I think the creator of Death Note did that one.
Yeah, one of the main guys that worked on Death Note took part of that. Everyone was expecting it to be a lot better than it was because his name was on it.
Well,
Well, I mean, go ahead,
sorry.
Platypus.
Oh, I was gonna say just real quick before we get too like deep into the weeds here. I wanted to do our intro since we forgot, but
Didn't
so yeah,
forget, we just hadn't gotten to a point for it.
well, sorry for the abrupt segue, but welcome to the podcast, Unfiltered Pineapple. I'm hosting here with Matt and Brandon, and this is Platypus. We're doing Weeb Chronicles again, so I'll throw it back to y'all so we can keep hashing out, I guess, ReZero and Tokyo Revengers. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what we were currently on.
but I mean, Brandon, go ahead. Sorry for that.
Oh no, you're good. Yeah, we kind of pushed into a few animes. I think we just started Platinum Zen.
Yeah,
um, but yeah, I don't know. Like, I just felt for that series as a whole, if you compare Death Note and Platinum Zen, they do have some parallels to it. You know,
they
the
definitely
devils
do.
and gods, angels and demons, the ability to kill anybody at will. You know,
Ooh.
controlling the human psyche. There's a lot of that aspect to it. Now, I think Platinum's ending was pretty
Yeah,
dark in my opinion.
yeah, that ending. Not
I
spoiler,
was
but
not
that's why
expecting
we
that.
don't choose that type of person.
I was not expecting that at all. But
Honestly, I
hey,
was. I wasn't expecting that exact way, but I was expecting it to be on that level of death.
Sounds
I mean,
rough.
yeah, it did leave a lot of questions though at the end. But I know Platypus hasn't watched it yet, and I'm not sure
Yeah,
if I recommend it to him.
You said
But
you are or
uh,
weren't going to recommend.
he's not
I would
sure.
not. I'm like on the fence. If you would watch it, you could watch it, but I'm not gonna be like, yeah, you should definitely watch this.
It's definitely not a you should watch this over something else that we could recommend type show. There are plenty of better ones.
Oh, fair enough. Y'all started to hook me with the whole like
I mean,
similar to Death Note with like a
It
questionable.
has similar
even-
concepts to Death Note. It is not similar to Death Note.
Well, so is it like is the main character like an anti-hero type of deal?
No,
Uh,
he is a
okay.
pansy.
Oh, all right. Maybe I won't watch it.
I wouldn't say he's a pansy. He has very strong morals.
Yes, he has strong morals and the ability to stop someone from committing murder and all that stuff. And will literally sit there and go, "No, I'm not going to kill you. That's wrong, as you are killing other people." No, he is a pansy.
Oh.
He said, "Hey man, every life's important." I
Hey,
mean,
wait,
to be honest with you though, if you watch it though, like for like philosophy wise, it's pretty good philosophy wise.
Yeah,
is
I mean,
this?
he is respectable enough because he does stick to it all the way through. But still, you give your main character the ability to kill anyone. He has a good sense of justice and all that. And the only thing he uses it on is a quote unquote living virus. Really? Really? No.
I mean, also he has the ability to also make anybody fall in love with him
And he
and
uses
control them.
that.
I mean, I'm not going to spoil it, but it's a cool
Yeah.
concept in theory because like it literally thinks of the concept of God, and it's like these are the two greatest concepts of God. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's a good watch. I wouldn't say I recommend it though. You should check it out if you want to though.
There are
And
definitely
there's
better ones this season to watch first.
okay. You said it's called Platinum Zen, right?
Platinum
Yeah.
End.
Okay, because I googled that and I'm just finding like a bunch of penis pills.
Give me a moment, I'll send you the link.
All
Oh
right.
my god. Platinums, and is that like something you get out of the gas station?
That's what this is looking like. Not
Oh
even like
god.
a while, like some BP off the side of the interstate or something.
Well, I think it's the fact that he's. I believe when you asked what it was called for company, you said platinums ends. It's platinum end.
Ah, okay.
My bad.
There's a difference
There
with
we go.
the multiple at S at the end.
All right, no, that makes a lot more sense. You're going for Zen erections. Okay, got it.
Yeah,
Platinum end.
yeah. All right. Well,
Well,
moving on
good
from last
anime.
season, this season's animes. What are you excited for, other than Shield Hero? Because Shield Hero.
Not really a lot, man. I'll probably just take your recommendations and give something to watch, but nothing. I haven't really even, like watched the little YouTube videos or checked my anime list to see what's coming out. But I'm not too excited. I know a lot of people are excited for, like you said, Comey, but yeah, there's not a lot that's exciting me right now.
Yeah, again, Comey, people were excited about that before it got the adaptation because of the source material being as good as it was. A lot of the hype has probably died down for it. I am still going to watch it just because once I saw there was a second season coming out, I'm like, all right, well, it's good enough to have gotten a second season and watched through the first season. It wasn't bad, wasn't great. Definitely had some funny moments, but it's a typical romance story with a twist of she's very shy but wants friends. It's not that great of a twist for an anime.
Nah.
That's fair.
All right, going
Let me look
down.
at the list.
Yeah,
Yeah, I gotta
going
look at the
down my.
list.
We all must consult the list.
Wait, where is this magical list?
Everyone
My
has their own
anime,
list.
my
Ah,
anime
You're
list.
going down that now. I go down my list.
We
oh.
all can't be
Okay.
like you, Matt.
Uh, just going down from, let's see, the first one that started airing beginning of last week. Skeleton Knight in Another World.
I'm getting tired of isekais.
Yeah, but they're always going to be like the main thing. But it is decently funny. However, it is likely going to fall into that overpowered main character trope of isekai. And this one doesn't even explain how or who he was before. So it's literally just starts you off with, oh, hey, here's a skeleton in giant fucking armor. Oh, and he's stupid strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. I'm not seeing anything that's really catching my eye for this season at all.
Again, I'm just going down the list. Until they get several more episodes in, I don't know if I'd recommend any of these other than Shield Hero.
Yeah, we're better off talking about last season. Like I think what was it? A realist hero enters the kingdom or something like that. Let me
How a
forgot the
realist
English
hero
term.
saves the kingdom, and
That one's
there's
okay.
yeah, that one's okay, but it also aired along with another one that was almost the same premise, which was cannot remember the title off the top of my head, but something like how a prince wanted to sell his kingdom and live an easy life or something like that. That ended up falling into almost the exact same story structure. So you had
Oh
two
wow.
things that were almost inseparable in terms of like what they are, their art style, the design of the main character. You could easily get confused with the two if you weren't paying enough attention.
Yeah. Cause I'm looking at Winter now and I'm like, oh, I forgot Demon Slayer was in there. That was good.
Oh hell yeah!
That was a really good one. I don't know. Demon Slayer hasn't missed yet, in my opinion, but that's just me.
I
The only
would
thing I will
agree with
call
that.
the only thing I'll call a miss with it, which isn't even a miss because it kind of makes up for people who couldn't go see the movie, was season 2 was the movie, just in episodes. So if you saw the movie, then you saw season 2, but you didn't pay enough to the title, and you just like, oh, Demon Slayer, watch now. And then you just have the movie in episodic chunks.
Yeah.
That
Well, there
one
was the
that one
first.
stung me a bit. Yes, the third arc definitely good.
Well, the first episode was at least fresh, or it showed it was like what Rengoku was up to, like before the movie happened. But otherwise, yeah, I thought that was kind of weird. I thought that did kind of detract from the movie a bit. But I mean, I
Yeah,
guess at least it's out there for everybody to see.
yeah. I mean, I do appreciate the fact that it is out there for everyone, and you don't have to have gone and paid to see the movie to keep up with it. But for those who did, it kind of stings.
Yeah, can't argue with that. I mean, it was a little weird to just see it as like a regular, just broken up into episodes. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's still quality content. It's just
Oh
weird.
yeah, yeah.
Well,
Like I
I'd say
said, that
like a
was my
lot of
only
shonens do
criticism.
that. You know, was it like Super did it for the Frieza, and I think Boruto did it for that what was it, the Naruto movie where they had like Momoshinki and all that.
Well,
They do it in shonens. They add it to the series. So I mean, that's nothing new.
see, then they didn't do that with Jujutsu Kaisen, though. Although it was the movie was a prequel, so I guess that's a non-issue here.
I haven't seen the movie yet. Was it good?
It was all right. Like it wasn't bad. It had like cool fight scenes and stuff. It just, I mean, I guess because it's a prequel, it didn't feel as significant as like the Demon Slayer movie, and that it kind of bridges the gap between the first and third arc. But you know, it's cool to see like some of the characters what they were up to before the main show. But I guess what was weird for me is like the movie for Demon Slayer, I felt that was comparable to how awesome like the rest of the show was. But for Jujutsu Kaisen, like I personally enjoyed the TV show like a lot more than the movie. But I mean, I think it's a really cool show. I don't think that makes it a bad movie. It didn't feel like, oh yeah, you must watch this in order to like understand the show moving forward.
Yeah, and that is another thing I will say about Demon Slayer. Like the actual quality from the show and the movie, there is no difference. They are both on par with each other.
Yeah, no, exactly. I don't know like what their special effects teams and animators are up to, but they need to keep it up because
Definitely.
I like word on the street is the next season we're supposed to see like 5 Hashira or something like in the same fight scene. Like that shit's gonna melt my TV, and I'm ready.
Yeah.
Well, the series is actually finished. That's one positive though. So there's no like hiatuses for a lot of the big shonens.
Okay, they wrapped up the manga for that one.
Yep, manga's already done. So there's a lot of
Uh,
spoilers. So be careful.
Damn
Yeah. Why do you think I avoid a lot of social media stuff?
it. God, people spoil stuff for everything now. Like it's their job. It's depressing.
I mean, if they make a video out of it, they get money for it if they have enough views and stuff. So yeah, it could be.
Well, I
Speaking,
guess. Or sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead, man. I'm gonna. I was about to segue somewhere. So we're segue somewhere else.
Well, and all I was gonna say is at least we only have to wait like about a year or so, which I guess isn't horrible. But yeah, just good luck to everyone dodging spoilers and all that. But what were you gonna say, Brandon?
Well, I mean, as far as shonens go, right? Like you got the, what is it now? The 4 or 5 that are actually worth anything. I feel like My Heroes dropped the ball as far as the hype.
Ooh, yeah, yeah. Well, so I'm not totally caught up, but the last season that I saw of My Hero, I just wasn't really as into. Because like the climax of the season was them trying to put together like a play or like a demo for what their high school does for that one girl that they saved, and I don't know. I wasn't really feeling that as much as like the first 2 seasons, and it's why I haven't like jumped into watching the movie and the newest stuff that they have out now.
Yeah, it wasn't demo. It was just the school's cultural festival. It was just that episode of
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't know. It's just it doesn't like every episode. Like the villains don't seem very intimidating or very hard to get to, and I don't know. It's just not interesting as it
Yeah,
first was at the beginning.
and that last season being the like the villain arc where all the villains are getting stronger. They like with the main cast, you got like a couple episodes that are dedicated to each one before they make some breakthrough and get stronger, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
The villain arc, every villain in the League of Villains within one episode like doubled or tripled their power pretty much. It's like the fuck?
th- they
The
want
fuck?
Black Clover. They
Yeah.
surpassed their limits. But
I am
yeah,
waiting for
I
more
don't
Black
know.
Clover.
That they dropped off way too early. Like if they were gonna have to pause it, they should have paused it when they needed to, because that series was on a hype train and they just cut off at the wrong time.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, how do you fucking just go like, oh hey, yeah, this thing that everyone's been waiting for just introduced. Okay, we're gonna stop making episodes for a while. What? What?
Yep.
You don't do that.
Well, so without getting too far into spoilers, like you were saying that the villains and stuff weren't really compelling, which is a fucking travesty. 'Cause, I mean, if material like this is going to be good, you need to have awesome villains. But so, like, does that mean that they got rid of? I think his name is Stain or something. Like, I
Stain
saw.
has been gone since like season 1, season 2.
He's
I
been
guess
in jail the whole time.
Yeah,
And
he
if
so.
got
you
They're
if you're really
captured.
caught up,
so they're just
I
not
don't know.
going to do anything with him anymore.
I have not looked further into the source material because I'm trying not to spoil myself, so I cannot answer that. But as of right now, they have not done anything with him in the anime.
That's
Yep.
that kind of feels like a missed opportunity. I don't. I felt like his motives were more interesting than like your typical villain, and I thought his powers were interesting. So that
Oh yeah,
sucks.
yeah.
What about All for One? Where you know where he's at right now?
All for
Well,
one.
I
I
mean,
mean,
it's obvious what's going to happen to him, but
yeah. I mean, I don't. I guess I don't have a super strong opinion of it. I mean, I know eventually Midoriya is going to be able to master it and everything. I mean, it
That's
was
one for all.
refreshing to like finally see him not destroy his own body in every fight, but
Again, you got those two mixed up. Midoriya has one for all. All for one was the villain.
oh
Yeah.
shit, yeah, wait, my bad. The guy without like facial features or something. Yeah.
That guy. Yep.
Yep. He was interesting. And what happened with him again? I just remember he was in jail, but I think they
He-
tried to make it seem
he's-
like he was
no,
in control.
He's still in jail.
Huh.
In the anime,
Okay.
he is still in jail. Don't
Yeah.
know about the manga.
I wasn't sure where he was at in it, 'cause I don't know if he saw the All Might fight scene or not. I can't remember where that was at.
Yeah, the United States of Smash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. That was awesome.
But yeah, I don't know. That series just hasn't been hitting it. What else has been popping up? Oh, you guys are caught up on Attack on Titan, right?
Yes.
Of course.
Okay,
Well,
what's your guys' opinions?
I will
I'm
say I am
curious.
caught
Mm.
up, but that's only because I've watched the most recent season. I have not watched anything from I've watched the first and the most recent.
Well, I mean,
Oh wow, that's a
so-
big gap.
Yeah.
I'm well aware it's a big gap, but I
Well,
got
I mean-
so bored of it in the beginning. The only
Whoa.
reason I watched the most recent season is because I ran out of other stuff to watch.
Damn.
Oh
Well,
wow.
I mean, season 2, I honestly don't like it, but what bothers me about it is it has like a lot of pretty important context and world building in it. I mean, as does season 3, but season 3 at least picks up towards the end. But yeah, I mean, I get not wanting to watch that part, but like my favorite seasons are definitely like the first season and what we have now. Like I feel like they're just tonally the most gritty and dark and fucked up, but also like the newest season's been able to consistently like just like they keep changing the game. They're able to turn the tables and still like morph the story, but not in a way that it like ruins everything. Like the tables keep turning, but it doesn't ever feel like it kind of like, it doesn't like ruin the integrity of the story. Like I'm super into it. And like the newest or the last episode, I guess, I was a little worried because it was like wholesome as shit. I mean, I swear, like Levi made me laugh like a couple times, which is weird. But I mean, by the very end of the episode, though, it was back to the whole like, yeah, this is pretty fucked up, and I'm excited to see what they do with it.
Yeah, I mean they did
Wait,
have
it's
to
not over yet.
No,
No,
no.
they kinda,
I read
the-
it, so I was about to spoil the hell out of you
Yeah,
guys.
no. The
No,
last
no.
the last episode of this season ended with them just getting there. And
Oh,
that's what I was getting ready to say though. They had to do enough stuff with the other characters in that episode to give the illusion that they are traveling, so they are there now. They had to do something other than just show them walking at the bottom.
they are cash grabbing the hell out of this last season.
Yeah, they kind of fucked us by calling it the final season. Like we're gonna be on like the final season part like 7 at this rate.
Yeah.
No, it'll be part 3. That's the last one. Hopefully, I didn't watch it. Now, if I would have watched it, I've been pissed. So I'm glad I didn't watch it. I read up to it because Miles made me read it, and the ending is very interesting. I'll put it that way.
I heard the ending was controversial, but I don't want spoilers though. Like
Yeah,
I prefer to.
No, I'm not going to.
Moving off to the new anime that's just here, so we don't accidentally spoil shit for people. Because we will get way too heated on some things with this.
What is that?
Just like anime, like if we already know what's going to happen from the source material, it is so easy to accidentally let that slip.
Oh,
As
I
you
try
were
not to spoil
about to.
people
You were
because
about
I hate. I hate. No, I was about to because I thought the series was over. That's why I was about to say it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
no, let's not risk that. I'm with Matt on this one. That was like this is dangerous.
Exactly. So just going over the couple that I am interested in this season even with only 1, maybe 2 episodes out. Spy X Family. Do you know anything about that one yet?
Nope. I'll Google that. Hopefully not
I
get
saw the
bad
picture.
skills.
Yeah. Like, she hasn't shown up in it, but obviously she's on the cover and everything. But the air quotes here, father is a spy, the daughter is a psychic, and the mother is an assassin. I'm not sure exactly how the mother plays into it because she hasn't shown up in the anime yet, but the guy gets an assignment, goes, and the assignment requires a wife and daughter. So he adopts a child from shady orphanage, and yeah, the child's a fucking psychic, and so constantly reading his mind to get codes to his stuff to mess around with it, and just doing stupid shit with that. So far, it's interesting and in my mind funny.
Look, so is it more like a comedy or like a drama or a thriller? Is it like a mishmash?
Let's see what it is officially tagged under. It is tagged under action and comedy,
Hmm.
but it is so far definitely more on the comedy side. But that's only with episode 1. We'll have to see where it goes from here.
Hmm. You have to take a closer look.
Let me know how it is after 5 episodes.
Yeah, well. Uh, Continuation on one. Ascendance of a Bookworm has got more episodes coming out now. That was a pretty good series.
Okay. Mm, let's see. What looks interesting?
You like
Yeah, I'm
psychological
just I'm
animation?
just not I do, but I'm just not really caught up in this new season yet.
Oh
Like
yeah,
it's still kind of new. It's only like 2 weeks in,
yeah.
going on 3.
We're starting the second week.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. Tomodachi
Or
Game is an interesting one. Main character, family's poor, finally works and saves up enough money for a school trip. A little bit before the school trip, the 2 million yen that they raised to be able to have the trip goes missing. Supernatural stuff like brings everyone into like it's kind of a mix of like the old school like Japanese school kid games to try and figure out who stole it, blah blah blah. And so the 5 people that are playing it together, they're friends, and each one of them has the debt evenly distributed amongst them. The loser in the end will be tacked with all of the debt to pay back. And supernatural things like go with it. Like the first thing is like a coin game where everyone asks a single question. No one else is able to speak unless it's their turn to read a question. And you slide the coin to a yes or no answer. There is a correct and a wrong answer for it. And the supernatural part is if normally with that it'd be the majority would overpower and push towards the correct one, but the supernatural thing is the minority will always win, and if they get all 5 questions wrong they all lose. And starting out until the twist in it, they get to the end of the 5 questions and it's only that last question that they finally got right. So it definitely
what
gets interesting.
what's this called again?
Tomodachi Game.
Mm, okay, I might check it out.
Second episode really starts getting into some more psychological stuff with the actual characters instead of just supernatural stuff. It's fun.
I like psychological thrillers and stuff. I'll have to take a look.
Definitely sounds interesting. So, does anybody read mangas besides probably me and Matt?
No,
So,
Mm.
Platypus.
I've thought about it, but I don't know. I never get around to doing it, and I guess I've been spoiled by like having the pictures move in front of me with badass music and stuff. But maybe I'll take a look at doing that. I'm kind of looking for more stuff to do and stuff to watch lately.
That's fair. Yeah, like I only right now only read is One Piece. 'Cause I don't think I could watch One Piece. That's just too much. But
Yeah, I'm not doing
got,
that. There's no way.
Yeah. Even with me being able to binge an anime quick as hell, I am not going to try and tackle One Piece anytime soon. That will
I just,
be there is absolutely nothing worthwhile season of anime for me to start going into that. And even then, I'll probably just pick a point where I know I've seen or know up to and just start there partway through.
yeah, I mean, I know I'm in the minority, but I really don't like One Piece anyway. And I've seen parts of the shows, but I just never got that into the story, and it just really bothered me how all of the main characters look like they do like one of each hard drug available, and it fucks with me. But then like the fact that they're also still making episodes, it's like I can't get into it. They're on like episode 1,000 or so.
Yeah.
That is insane to me. Like most of my favorite shows have a runtime closer to like 25, 50-ish episodes, so it's like a shock for me anyway.
Yeah, it's definitely up there.
the show's just good just because of its world building and story development and character development. It's just really good as far as that. But I mean, I personally couldn't spend watching all that because that's like if you try to watch it right now, it'd be like up to 2 months of you just sleeping 8 hours and then watching it every single day. Like there's that's when we get catch up, and that's skipping like the intros and outros and spoilers.
And filler.
So
Mm.
yeah, filler.
I'm not up to the task, but I mean, but y'all want or read manga and stuff. So did y'all read what's it called? I think it's like Chainsaw Man or something.
That is getting an anime adaptation.
Okay, that's cool. So, what's all the hype surrounding that one? Like, why are people really excited for Chainsaw Man?
I'm pretty sure it goes along the same lines of like what I said with Comey Can't Communicate. The source material, the people who liked it really like it, and it was really good for a lot of people. I believe it's a more gritty action, if memory serves, but with comical elements because I mean the guy's head's a fucking chainsaw.
Oh, his head is a chainsaw.
Yes.
All right,
What
okay.
was
I
that
just
one a couple?
assumed.
Yeah, what was that one a couple seasons ago where the
No
guy's
gun
head was a
life.
gun? Yeah, the guy's head was a gun. Yeah.
What the? Okay. All right. I just assumed it was his arms or something, but that works too.
Ew, he has a giant, like, unicorn horn-esque angled chainsaw for a head.
I might
So,
read
yeah.
that. I haven't read it yet.
I haven't read it. My sister has. She really liked it. I'm just gonna wait for the anime and see how the adaptation is. I know that's sacrilegious to a lot of people who like reading manga. I don't like reading.
That
It
is
just
fair
depends on
enough.
what I'm reading. Like if it's big shonens, like I read Naruto and then I watched all the big fight scenes for it, and I also read One Piece just because I don't feel like watching all of it. So
Another good one it's a twist on the genre. It is technically isekai, but the executioner and her way of life turns it on its head. Minor spoilers for episode 1, literally just episode 1. People summon normal isekai thing. Guy gets kicked out because the ability he got when he was summoned was registered and read as null. Normally means nothing, right?
Right.
All right. Ends up meeting with the actual main character. Go throughout the episode, just making friends, whatever. Ends up being like, no, there is no exception. It because it's listed as the pure concepts is what the powers are called. So it's the pure concept of null, the pure concept of nothingness. Gets him to try it out, and yeah, pretty much creates a instant little black hole that obliterates something. Starts talking about I can use this to blah blah blah, selfish stuff. All of a sudden, knife through side of head.
Ouch. That's bad for you.
Yeah, her job, because all those people that get summoned there with all those powers have drastically affected their world and changed it to the point where they are speaking Japanese because of that reason, and that actually explains why the fuck the characters can speak the same language. And she's a part of a group that tries to stop that. So she is literally an executioner whose job it is to kill the people that are summoned, because summoning them is also outlawed. So literally straight episode 1, it turns the whole trope of isekai main character superpower thing completely around, and instead of them saving the world, they are unintentionally ruining it, and they are stopping them.
Which one's this one called again?
The Executioner and Her Way of Life.
A pink-haired chick with red eyes.
Yep.
Okay, gotcha.
Keep an eye
Hmm.
out.
Definitely
Sounds
interesting
interesting.
so far. The second one that was summoned immediately after they kicked that first guy out, her pure concept is the concept of time. When these people die, their thing activates automatically, like one last time. So when the first guy died, it obliterated half the inside of a church. Her,
Uh,
when she dies, she gets rewound back to before she died, loses the memory and everything with it. So it's like, okay, now how the fuck do we kill someone whose ability will rewind them to before their death when we kill them? That's the current predicament.
All right. A little bit of time fuckery. Get behind that.
Again, that's just this character. I don't know if they do succeed and move on to others with more powers that are other annoyances to get rid of. Not sure, but so far it is interesting.
Hmm. It sounds like I should check it out.
Same. Well, I'll check back with you in, like I said, 5 episodes.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Like I always do. Like I always do, Matt.
hmm
How was it the case of Varnitas or whatever? I know you told me to watch it. I see it's still ongoing
It is not
ish.
ongoing. It
Oh,
has
it's not.
no. It has wrapped up at least so far. There might be more, um, and it is the case study of Vanitas, or however the hell you pronounce it. Yeah.
Is it worth the watch? Because I know, like when I first watched it, it was about vampires, but that was like the only concept I got off the first episode or so. Like 2 different
I
types
mean,
of
it
vampires.
vampires, but it is not your stereotypical vampire anime. Like half the characters you will see are vampires. It is the power behind the true name of a vampire is the moreover like main plot of it. Where like a vampire's true name has its meaning and everything, and if that name is corrupted, they essentially go wild, transform into like hideous things, all that. And there is a group of people who are trying to do that. The main character is trying to counteract that, and later on, you end up also coming across a group of straight up people who are like, all vampires must die. So it ends up getting to a point where there's like 3 or 4 different factions going and dealing with the same thing in their own ways that end up meeting up with each other, and it's like, okay, who the fuck's morally right here? It is a good series. It is worth the watch. I wouldn't go out of my way to really say everybody go watch this now. I'm not going to do that. It's not that good in my opinion. But if you got the spare time, you got nothing else to do, it is definitely higher up than some of the other ones that we've mentioned. Definitely higher up than Platinum in my opinion.
Oh, and King's Ranking, because I thought King's Ranking was pretty good. Like the first 12 episodes were solid, and then it kind of went off the hinge.
Yeah, King's Ranking is good. Again, don't go out of your way to watch it immediately, but if you got spare time, it is worth the watch. I do like the character. I do like the main character, Boji.
Yeah, Boji's pretty good. I just the voice acting is very interesting.
Yeah.
Like I wonder how much they get paid to do that.
They probably just recorded him doing it like once and just repeat it. But no. With that, I'm not gonna spoil it, but you know the halfway point thing that happens.
Yeah.
I was expecting, like, he seemingly got part of it back. I was expecting him to be able to speak after that.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't
it
know.
is that would that whole thing. That is the only thing in my mind that explained the possibility of why he can't speak. So once that was undone, why the hell couldn't he speak? If it wasn't a part
It
of that,
wasn't.
what the hell made it to where he can't speak?
It truly wasn't undone though.
Oh no, it was. It was completely undone.
I might have to rewatch that again. I don't
Yeah,
remember
no,
that part.
it was completely undone when that midway point thing, when that happened, or well, technically before that happened, but yeah, that undid it. It was only during his life that that was done. Once he died, everything went back.
No, it didn't, because he still doesn't. I don't want to spoil it, but
They
he's
never
still.
tried.
I don't think. I think you watched that one. I'm pretty sure he did
No,
not get.
I'll,
I'm
I'll,
Platypus. I'm sorry. This might be a spoiler, so we might want to get
no,
off this one.
no, I'm a just message it to you so you can see where I'm coming from. That point without spoiling it for other people. But yeah, we can move on.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a safe space.
Yeah. Oh, isn't what's coming out soon? The Devil's a Part-Timer. Is that coming out this year or next year?
I'm not 100% sure because I avoid a lot of the anime stuff nowadays because of potential spoilers. I don't see what's coming up new until it's coming up.
Wait,
I got you.
I remember. Wasn't that like a Netflix thing or something? Or it was on Netflix anyway? Let me
Yeah, it
Google
was on
this.
Netflix.
Yeah, it was on Netflix, but I believe it was a Crunchyroll anime.
Oh yeah, yeah. Satan's like working in a fast food joint for some
It's
reason.
McRonald's.
Okay.
It's a really good
Let's see.
watch for a short anime.
This is a comedy, right?
Oh yeah, it is most definitely a
Yep.
comedy.
Well, okay, so in that vein, what are like some of the better anime comedies out there, you think?
if we're just ranking like the old ones and not just going with the new seasonal stuff.
Sure, yeah.
Gotta go through the list. Just to see, like, I could name several off the top of my head, I'm sure, but ones that I would actually recommend is a different story. So,
Grand Blue Dreaming's a good one. That's hilarious. Have you ever watched that before, Platypus? Grand Blue Dreaming?
No, I haven't heard of that. Let me see. Blue
That's
Dreaming.
literally a story about pretty much a college student moving into a town with his cousins, and he ends up joining a scuba diving club. And
Oh, wait, yeah, I think y'all played this one time. We
yeah,
were all
it's
hanging
pretty
out.
funny.
Wait a minute. Okay, yeah, I vaguely remember this. Okay,
Just,
yeah.
yeah,
So what were you saying?
Yeah,
just
it's a pretty good series. A lot of you have to watch it, but it's the whole group. It's not only about scuba diving. It's just like his story through college and getting by and getting accepted. But it's very funny. And Devil's a Part Timer does come out this summer, season 2.
yeah.
Oh,
Ooh, season
okay.
actually summer looks really good. But go ahead, Matt.
Another situational comedy because it tries to explain like video game armor and its differences. um, Armor Shop for Ladies and Gentlemen. It has 2 seasons. It actually does explain in that universe why like a female armor is gonna be a fucking bikini. And because everyone knows that trope, everyone can. I'm gonna just use the term relate to it and understand it. It is pretty good, just for the laughs. The story not great, but the laughs are there.
Interesting. You Googled it, and I just see a guy with an eye patch and a girl looking kind of thoughtfully at a pair of panties.
That sounds about right. That sounds about right.
Okay. Sounds like it could be funny. I'll take a look.
Oh, Psyche K is a good one too. That's
Yeah,
like a that one's like little shorts, minis in one episode. Very funny. I enjoy that one too.
yeah. I think they got like what 3, 4 seasons of that because
Yep,
each
you can
thing's
watch it on
only
Netflix too.
yeah, each thing is like 5 minutes. It's similar to like Scissor 7 in terms of the runtime.
Yep.
Ooh, I still
Yeah, I
need to
like that
finish.
one a lot. What was that, Platypus? I didn't catch that.
Sorry, I was just like, I still need to finish Scissor 7. I don't know why I fell out of it. I do that with shows sometimes, though. Like, even if I'm into something for no reason, I'll just drop it. But the last thing I remember on Scissor 7 was he was actually getting in some, like, intense fight with, I guess it was, like, one of the main villains. I want to say they were, like, on a rock or something. I realize how vague that is. I remember most of the show wasn't that serious or had that much fights, and then he
Yeah,
looked like
that
yeah.
sounds like it's still in the shorter episode lengths. I think it's what season 3 that the episodes double up to about 15 minutes, 20 minutes apiece.
Huh.
Yeah,
Okay.
I believe
Yeah,
so. Yeah, season 3 is pretty good. A little bit more on a serious tone than comedy.
yeah. Once they actually got to a point where they're making full-on episodes, I was expecting them to go a bit more serious with it. Still be comedy, but more serious than what it was before.
Yeah, I'll have to get back into that one.
Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, I'm looking at Summer. Summer looks like I'm probably more interested in. They're bringing back Maiden Abyss, Devil's a Part Timer, Overlord.
I'm definitely
And
excited for Overlord.
and then what's it called again? Is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon? Season
Danmachi.
4.
Yeah.
Yep. So those are 4 solid ones I probably watch.
Is it actual Danmachi season 4, or is it another spin-off like the Sword and Tario arc?
It has the Roman numeral 4 next to it.
Okay, that's good. Good.
Yep. So I think that summer's gonna be a little bit more progressive than this season, but I'm not gonna knock it till I give the other animes more episodes to build up a case. So
Yeah. Another one that's interesting right now, at least so far, is I'm quitting heroing.
I like the title.
It literally takes place after the hero has defeated the demon lord type thing, and because he is strong enough to single-handedly have defeated the demon lord and the demon army, all of humanity is practically just in fear of him now. So he's like, "Fuck this shit, I'm out," and goes and tries to join the demon lord army because he
What?
didn't kill them; he just defeated them. So as they're trying to rebuild, it's like, okay, hi, I'm here to apply for the job. Just like in the fucking throne room in front of the demon lord and the 4 generals. I'm here to apply for the job. Here's all the references. I'm strong enough to beat all of you single-handedly.
I like
that sounds interesting.
It's a good comedy so far.
It gives me a little bit slight vibes of Rogue aesthetic of a hero.
Nowhere near as
But
pervy.
okay.
It is. This one's not meant to be a pervy one. This one is a comedy. Like
Oh,
just
cool. I'll
straight
probably
up
check that
comedy.
out.
Yeah. Asks for 2.5 hours to do something, comes back in 15 minutes, and then lays on a sofa for the next 2 hours, 15 minutes. And here's the funny thing. He actually did the job and made it to where he never has to do the job again.
fucking champion. Okay, cool. So put that on the list too.
Yeah, it got me laughing and started coughing on that one.
Oh yeah, this isn't comedy, but what's up with Goblin Slayer? Like I didn't even realize that was a thing until we were recording with Miles one time, but
You haven't
how
watched
is
Goblin
that?
Slayer?
No. That's still pretty much brand new to me.
Pretty good series. The first episode was a little wild, but after that, it was pretty
It
good. I
wasn't
enjoyed it.
even really wild. Nothing was shown. It was just
The concept of it was wild.
yes. Then again, redo of Healer was made into a show.
Redo of a healer is abomination.
I'm well
And
aware it is, but
and
still,
and
I
I'm sad
heard
to
a
say
lot.
that to Miles, and Miles took it and ran with it. I was like, this show's an abomination, and he's like, really? And then watches it. I love this show. I was like, what is wrong with you?
I heard and saw more backlash about Goblin Slayer episode 1 than I did all of redo of Healer. Okay?
Wait, that's concerning.
Yeah,
Wait,
Redo of
people's
healer was terrible.
people's priorities were misplaced with that.
Agreed.
But yeah, no, Goblin Slayer, it's a good show. Like, Dungeons and Dragons, how everything's like a dice roll.
Mm-hmm.
For the main character, the behind the scenes of it, at least in one episode, it's hinted at as if this was a story of a D&D campaign run through these characters. Because it comes up as a later thing of not leaving things to fate, and then a little blip of like a over serialized dice rolling thing, and then activate bullshit epic mode.
Well, to be fair, they also start out the episode saying goblins are like the weakest monsters in the whole series, and there's like a overarching demon lord. So someone's giving you that kind of like, oh, we need to defeat the demon lord. But the main character just has a very strong disdain for goblins.
He has a hate motor, yes.
Strictly for goblins. So he does not care about anything else but goblins.
Mhm. I will
Okay.
also say this: going on YouTube, watch Goblin Slayer abridged. It is so,
All
I'm
right.
avoiding the first episode.
it is so good.
Something about abridged anime is just fantastic. I mean, that's some of my
When it's
favorite
done right.
videos. Yeah.
Yeah, when they're done right, abridges can be amazing.
Oh,
Why
there
do
was
you?
a what was the other show that got almost got banned in Japan? It was called what was it? The Harem? What was it called?
Is that
If you
where?
don't
Worlds in Harem.
Worlds in Harem.
I've
Yeah.
memory serves. Let me confirm this.
Is
Because it
this?
did I'm pretty sure it got canceled in Japan. Like it aired and they literally said this shit is not happening and then they finally got it to air somehow.
Let's see.
Okay, wait, so this isn't. Somebody sent a clip in the chat of like a bullet that just went like through this chick's cleavage, and it was super
High School of the
detailed.
Dead.
That's
Ah,
High School of the Dead, yeah.
okay.
Yeah. According to the official Twitter, it was for Worlds in Harem. The rest of the episodes needed to be evaluated to make sure that they could be aired. It's not that it was canceled; it needed to make sure that it was still within the ratings to be
But
allowed.
they paused it though. They didn't air it. They stopped airing it for like
Because
a
they had
solid
to
like
go
week or
over the
two.
rest of the episodes and see if it's worth doing. It wasn't a week or two; it was a couple months. But yes,
Jeez. All right, that sounds edgy.
Oh, the concept wasn't bad though. I actually gave it a watch. But
the concept
like
wasn't bad. Execution could have
the
been
story was
better.
terrible.
And if you actually watched it on Crunchyroll, they censored a kiss.
Wait, what?
I will send you the. Let me find the picture.
You censored this?
But the give you a brief summary of it, Platypus. Pretty much the story is based on the world has a virus that kills all men. And the only men that survive were in like a futuristic capsule that
Sleeping pods.
sleeping pods pretty much that were healing another dangerous like life-threatening disease
I
that
believe
ended
it
up
was.
them having immunity.
Yeah, I believe it was like MS or something like
MS.
that they were in there to
Yeah.
get cured from. Yeah,
Yep.
Platypus. I just sent you the Crunchyroll on the left, normal on the right, in terms of what they did with the censorship, and that
That's
is exact.
actually how they censored it?
Yes, that is the actual censorship. But I will say this: that censorship bar and things, they use that for more than just. They use that for the actual censorships as well. So it's not like it was just a shitty. Oh, hey, quickly hide this. No, that
Okay.
was how things were actually censored in that series.
Yeah, because that's exactly what that looks. It looks like Galaga just threw up on the screen.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm glad they were able to shield us from that X-rated content.
I mean, there was plenty of that in there. Uh,
Oh.
because in the end, like he was saying, there's like 5 men in total left alive in the
Alive.
world. So
Right.
repopulation is the goal of the government, air quotes there, that took over after the fact.
Wait. Is this
Actually, as a state in the series, the highest valuable resource is a man.
Yes.
what in the? Is this like a show or a hentai?
It's
Bordering
an actual
hentai.
show.
It's a show, but it is a show that actually does have active nudity and sex.
Because I would say
But
Redo
there is an
Healer is
actual story.
more. I would say Redo Healer is more of a hentai than an actual anime.
The redo of Healer was the one with the torture and everything in it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yep.
Mm.
I will say they both fall into that same category. They are a show with a lot of pornographic scenes, just due to the fact that if it has a story, I'm not gonna call it a porn. Porns don't have stories, at least not good ones, and are not multiple episodes long.
Fair enough.
All right. With that, though, we are running out of time for today.
Yeah, I was gonna say we'd have to wrap things up around like noon or so.
All right. Well,
It
you
was
want to talk
definitely
us
fun
out?
talking to you guys.
Yep.
Yeah, well, should do it again.
We will next season. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that sellout crap, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.